This is a retirement celebration. Gotcha, didn't I? So a lot of you may not know the story of Carrie and I and this journey, but it's a story worth telling. So you're going to have to be patient for a minute or two.
That's what I work on all the time.
So there are several people in my life that I can remember the first time I really met and got to talk with them and where I was and what we talked about, and Carrie's one of those. We were at the Alan Matkins holiday party. At that time, Carrie worked at Alan Matkins. We were at the Hyatt up in UTC. It had an outdoor meeting area, kind of a glass building between the main hotel and the pool area. And Carrie and I were on the south end of that building, just out kind of by the party, but a little bit outside of it so we could talk. And we talked about, as Carrie would, good networking things, because she always knew what to talk about. We got onto a couple of topics that we had commonalities on, but real estate, land use, and John Davies. At that point, John was one of our board directors and also a partner that she worked with at the law firm. And I go, God, that's a really interesting person. I enjoyed that conversation. Well, fast forward, she's on the other side of a deal that we're putting together up in Carlsbad, and she and I are negotiating against each other. Can you imagine how sporting that was, right? Wouldn't you like a front row seat to that? It was great. It was so impressive. Her wit, her insight, her ability to pull facts together very quickly, and her ability to assimilate a point to counterpoint. It's like, damn. So when Beth Bruton, our then general counsel, decided to retire, it was an easy call as to who we wanted, or I wanted, as general counsel. And it was one of those easy calls. I called her up and said, hey, do you know anybody who might be interested in a general counsel role at H.G. Fenton? And I got one of those, I might be. Oh, good. But there was only one challenge. She was very pregnant at the time. And she called me and said, I don't know. I don't know if this is a good time to change jobs, yada, yada, yada. It's like, are you kidding me? It's a perfect time to change jobs. And the lifestyle will be better, and you're going to be a new mom, and it'll all work out great. And I think it did.
I would thank you every time I would walk in your office for a while. Thank you for hiring me. Thank you for convincing me to. I never need a mic. I reflected many times to Mike that thank God he didn't say no or take my no, and gave me the privilege of working here.
So then the story continues, right? Because now she's general counsel, and so you know how impatient Carrie is. Beth's trying to do this methodical onboarding plan. Carrie comes in my office, she goes, I have the whole thing done. Like, I can be general counsel now. Sound familiar? And so it's like, okay, this is going to be a heck of a ride. And we had this business venture at the time called FICO. There's four bad letters when put together. It didn't work out very well, and Carrie had to work our way through a few contracts to get us out of them. And it came to a point where we had lots of real estate transactions going on, but they were getting to a point where we were really good at them and whatnot. And I could tell she was getting a little bored. And it was actually about this time of year. I'll never forget this. I'm riding up a ski lift going, I'm not out in front of Carrie right now, and that's not a good thing. And so, I thought about a few things, and we came back and talked about Carrie leading what was then what we called HR. And she said, absolutely, I'd love to do that. And so for a while, she did both general counsel and that. And of course, then we brought Martha on board. But when you think about what we are today, the fingerprint that we are today, Carrie's got such a big impact on who and what we are today. Because when we set out to figure out what our culture needed to be, given our values, Carrie did a ton of homework and really came back with the heart of what our culture is. We were an operational excellence company at that time. That was our mantra. And it was her drive and insight and innovation that spurred the innovation to get us out of operational excellence, to get out of boxes and into circles and interdependency on each other, to find the heart of what our company is. The person who led that's right here. And so it is with extreme gratitude that we send you off into your retirement because you left a legacy. And for that, we present you with the H.G. Fenton Legacy Award. And somebody's going to take a picture. And so I turn it over to you. I've had that look before. Sorry, but not sorry. I can hold that for you if you'd like.
Hey, everybody, take a breath in. Take a breath out. Whoa. I don't know if there's words to put in place to express how much this place is a part of my heart and how privileged I've been for those that I've met and those of you I haven't yet to create and be a part of a place where you matter and to work at a place where I could expand into my heart and grow as a human in how I connected and how I learned about myself and how I could lead others. And you each get that opportunity because it's an amazing place to be. And a place where you go on your journey to do what matters to you, and you learn about yourself, and you learn about how to be love, and to be vulnerable, and to be fearless. And those are things that make us each better humans overall. And we get to do that in something that we call work here that really isn't work. It's part of being a community. It's a part of making a difference. And I hope each of you understand the impact that you make every day in everything you do, because it's not about work. It's about showing up as who you are, and I hope loving what you do and exuding that out into the world and making it a better place. And working with you for 16 plus years has been such a gift, just like every one of you. And I'm just really honored that I had a chance to make my mark just like each of you do. And I remember telling you when we wrote that organizational plan, you and Robert and Carol at the time had been here for quite a number of years. I said, I'm going to make my mark one day. And had the vision of creating it a place where everybody could be themselves, where you don't check yourself out the door, and where you matter. And I think we created that place. And I'm so excited to see how it continues to evolve, because it will. Because as Mike likes to say, the only thing constant is change. And it should be that way, because who wants to be in the same place over and over again, right? So I'm really excited for Fenton's future. Thank you so much for taking your time to honor me today. It really, my heart is expanded beyond what I thought it could already expand to be. So much love and gratitude, and really just, it's been my privilege. So thank you all. Much love.
Love you, kiddo.